Welcome to Formula One.
This episode, Joe Average Racer brings us to Mexico for round 17. We're sitting in second place in the constructor standings, and we're sitting in second place in the driver standings. Mexico is a new track for us. I really haven't put any laps in here, so I'll be taking full advantage of the practice session and hopefully doing good in the race. We've got 7 poles in a row now that we have put down in the spreadsheets, and 3 wins in a row. So we're looking to make that 4 and try to get that championship.
Hello and welcome from Mexico City, where the teams are getting ready for today's practice session here at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. This is the first race to be held.
This will be kind of exciting because I have not
Nigel Mansell won the world
completed
title.
any laps here.
Drivers will have definitely put in some test laps on the simulators before they complete a lap for real here in Mexico. But they'll still need to get a feel for the real circuit versus their fancy video game back at HQ. Well, it's all over the back pages that Ferrari are talking to Nico Hülkenberg's agents about their man replacing Kimi Räikkönen at the Scuderia next season. Can you see that happening?
He's always done a great job wherever he's gone, and we've been expecting him to get a drive at one of the top teams now for a few seasons. He certainly deserves his chance, and it would be interesting to see what he could do with a better car.
Well, we all know that's not true anymore. All right, let's just put some laps in and see what we can come up with. Just try to learn the corners and see where we're at. I really do not know anything about this track, other than I know that we're coming to the stadium section here. Entry to pit road. DRS section. Two long straights real close to each other. Some tight corners there. Got a little loose off that one. A double apex shorty right there. Some S's that I'm sure you can lose some time in if you don't take those correct. That is a weird section of track right there. And then back down toward the stadium section. Seems to me that just learning these corners and getting them down to get that extra little bit of speed. I feel like I lost a lot of speed through that first lap there. Okay, so my objective is to beat 5th place, and I'm doing that by almost a second, and I've only got 4 laps in right now. So, feeling pretty good about the race so far. I'm just going to put some more laps in and finish off this session.
Today has been Sebastian Vettel's day, P1 in practice, and I'm sure he'll be looking forward to a similar performance in qualifying tomorrow.
All right, that was a draft-assisted lap, so I'm going to be more in the range of probably 2nd through 4th as far as what my lap times are really going to be. So we'll head on to qualifying and see where we land up.
Not long now until the lights go green for the Mexico Grand Prix qualifying. So let's get ready and see who has that pole position winning performance in them this afternoon. The rain is falling here just in time for today's qualifying session. The drivers will certainly be looking to the sky.
All right, so I guess I would rather have rain in qualifying than have rain during the race. So hopefully it won't rain during the race.
In the current conditions, but as things can change so quickly.
We use our teammate here and a little creative driving to get by him, but we got some good draft on him on this lap, so that helps us secure a decent lap time. It didn't seem like it was too rough in the rain. It was a little bit slippery, but it was light rain, so it wasn't that bad. So as we round the last couple of corners here, we'll throw down a lap of 125.3. So not bad. All right, I feel we ran a pretty good session there. We ran 6 laps. I think lap 3 might have been our fastest one. Had a little bit of draft in that, which was good. In the rain, I'm real happy with this. We'll advance time and see where we go from here.
What a day for the team and Sebastian Vettel. He's put in the fastest lap of the session and he's on pole.
Well, it was a fantastic result, but he'll know you don't get any points on a Saturday. And to make this a great weekend for the team, he needs to do the same thing tomorrow.
That's right, man. We need to do the same thing tomorrow because I think these guys will be faster. I don't know if I'm just getting better at this game, or, I mean, this is 8 poles in a row, so this is kind of unheard of for me on the expert level. So hopefully we can keep it together for tomorrow and bring her home for a win.
The crowd are ready for today's action, and we hope you're ready to see the world's best drivers fighting it out for the race win. It's time for the Mexican Grand Prix. On pole for today's race is Sebastian Vettel, who'll be feeling very confident ahead of the start. He put in a wonderful performance yesterday, and if he drives like that today, well, he could be unbeatable.
He was driving on another level yesterday, so it wouldn't be a surprise if he just pulls away from the field and is untouchable. But as we know, anything can happen in Formula One, so we'll just have to wait.
I don't think I'm going to be pulling away from the field and be untouchable, but we'll just happen to see how it goes here.
Otherwise,
see what we got. Stevens up to 16th, which looks pretty good for the Manor team anyway.
Daniel was lucky to catch the car, or he could have been a passenger heading towards the barriers. The team have said they've since...
Teammates running 4th, a full second back. That doesn't sound too good, but maybe he'll do better in the dry. 34-lap race. Go 9:17. I don't know. We'll just have to see how things go. I haven't been here before, so I really don't know what the tire wear is going to be. So we'll play it by ear during the race. I think I got the starts figured out now. Although maybe not. This is kind of shitty right here. Don't want to get in trouble lap 1, so we'll just take it easy into that corner there. We got back our spot from Rosberg, although we might have just got hit because we got slippage there.
To slow down before hitting the corners. We don't want to get a penalty. There's 50 kilos of fuel left.
That was a pretty freaking sweet move, if I do say so myself. All right, pit at the end of lap 9. This is probably when Raikkonen is going to pit, so I hope we don't screw him over. Yeah, he's coming. We probably did screw him over, so that means Rosberg's definitely going to be ahead of him. Hamilton pitted the last lap, so we'll see where we end up with him. We got a nice lead. It looks like there's a nice battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Hopefully Raikkonen can pick up a spot. I think he's sitting in 4th right now. Some drivers are starting to come in for their second stop, so I'm lapping some drivers.
Let's get back up to racing speed. There's 30 kilos left. We have 30 kilos of fuel remaining.
All right, nothing real exciting to report during that stint. I took it one extra lap just because my tires were looking pretty good. As you can see there, they're just starting to turn orange. We'll see where we end up here as far as what kind of lead we have. These guys are getting the blue flag. I hope they both let me go. Hell, they're racing. Almost blew that corner. That was a little unconventional. This lap time's probably going to be terrible. Going wide right there. We're definitely coming in this lap. All right, status quo for that stint. Nothing much really to report except for getting around some lap cars.
Complete, go now.
Short stint here to finish off the race and for the win. No mistakes.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
I believe that's my teammate up there in fourth. I almost lapped my teammate, which is almost a unfathomable feat. I don't even know how to say it.
That's 4 race wins in a row.
Well, we made up some points on Rosberg today. I was really kind of hoping that my teammate could stay in front of him, but what I did is I kind of screwed him over on that first pit stop. I'm sure he had to wait for me to get out of there before he could get his pit stop done. So the tactics that I pulled to try to make sure that I had a really good race kind of screwed him over. So that's unfortunate, but I get the win, and that's what I really wanted.
Answer to the power of the Ferrari today as they pick up yet another race win for the team.
Sometimes a driver just feels comfortable in the car and is dialed into the track, making for an unbeatable combination.
After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
We got Kimi finishing 8 seconds behind Rosberg, so yeah, that probably had some effect. Whether he could have overtaken him or not, I'm not for sure. I was just about ready to overtake Ricardo there, but lapping everybody up through 6th place is simply an amazing feat as far as I'm concerned for something that for a track that we had never been to before. So felt pretty good about it. There was those S's on the backside were only really felt comfortable. I mean, real comfortable one time going through on all those 34 laps. So for the most part, they felt good, but there were definitely some times when I got off and knew I wasn't making all the time that I needed. See if we had one DNF. Couple penalties there. Button and Nasser got into each other, so they each got a 5-second penalty. Any surprises that we're seeing here? Alonso scores a point. Nothing else that I see that's too awfully fantastic as far as regular finishes go. So we get the win, and we're looking forward to Brazil, our next race. So we're 27 points behind. Probably not going to happen unless Nico has some real trouble. We've been talking about that quite a bit. Raikkonen is 11 points behind Hamilton and has the possibility of overtaking him with 2 races to go. So we could have drivers in 2nd and 3rd in the driver standings at the end of the season. So that would be really fabulous. 38 points back with 2 races to go. We each need to gain 10 points on Mercedes, so that's probably going to be pretty hard to do. Toro Rosso moves up a spot, and they're only up there by 1 point with 2 races to go. A lot of money on the line for these finishing positions and constructors, so every point counts at this point. So that extra point for Toro Rosso can net them maybe $1 million or more. I thought we got a pretty decent start here, but apparently not, because we had both Mercedes cars overtake us, but we had a good move. We were patient and had a good move here in these first few corners to make sure we got that back there because of turn 2. We get position on Rosberg, and then down the line we end up overtaking Hamilton and grabbing first place. I believe it's on lap 1 here, and never relinquish that lead throughout. So appreciate you guys watching clear to the end. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, If you got any suggestions for what you want to see me do, I can do some one-off races, maybe some sprint races, and see if we can go from back to the front or pick a slower car and see if we can end up winning. Just throw your ideas out there, and we'll see if we can't get those put up into video form. We're nearing the end of the season, so some of those custom sort of things is something that I want to do. So if you throw out some suggestions, I'll see if I can't oblige you. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming, and go Tigers.